Love it or hate it, Christmas time means fruitcake. Unlike the traditional, dense, overly sweet and spiced fruitcake, today's recipe features Brazil nuts and a new, lighter flavor. It's called the Mother of Pearl fruitcake. Hi everyone, welcome to today's episode of Let's Celebrate TV. I'm your host, Peter Lee. On this channel, we teach you all about celebrating. We show recipes for food, hors d'oeuvres, cocktails, and we share entertaining tips too. Now we try and make it all simple for everyone, especially those of you out there who say that you just can't cook and entertain, because we know that you really can. So if you like this episode, hit the subscribe button and hit the like button and watch a brand new episode every single week. Now, as you see behind me, my little tree, the holidays are here and I couldn't be more excited. I just love this time of year. And we have a very, very special recipe today that, stay with me. You're going to want to click pause or turn on to something else, but stay with me. Today, we're making a fruitcake. Wait. It's not what you think it is. This is a very different recipe. This recipe comes from my friend Ken Ward. It's his grandmother's recipe, and it's called Mother of Pearl Fruit and Nut Cake. Now, what makes the difference is most fruit cakes are sticky and overly sweet and spiced. They have that candy citron in it, and people just don't like it. This is not that at all. So let's get started cooking. This recipe is mostly made of Brazil nuts. What's a Brazil nut? This is a Brazil nut in its shell, and it's a very tough shell. And you get them a lot this time of year. You see them in mixed nuts in the grocery stores. So we're using these, but I have bought them already shelled and everything. And these are whole. If you can find them sliced, better, but you can usually get them whole like that. This is what they look like whole. Now we're just going to slice a couple. I'll show you. And honestly, this is the toughest part of this recipe. You're just going to run your knife right down it as thinly as you can. You might get a few chunks, but that's okay. Just be careful. Okay. Flip that end over. I'll do one more. Okay, now this is a whole pound of Brazil nuts in our bowl. Next, we have dates. You've seen me use dates before. I bought these pitted and I just sliced them up right in. Easy so far. Next is a cup of maraschino cherries. Now, this is not the candied kind you get in most fruitcakes. This is what you have in your ice cream sundae or in your cocktail. Simple. We'll give this a quick little mix just to get it going. Looks Christmassy. Smells Christmassy. Alrighty, now our dry ingredients. We're going to sift them right into the fruit and nut mixture. So I have 3/4 of a cup of flour. Let's get it all there. A teaspoon of salt, actually half a teaspoon of salt. Half a teaspoon of baking powder. Don't mix that up with baking soda. 3/4 of a cup of sugar. We're going to put that all in, and we're just going to sift it. Easy, huh? Now what does this do? This lightens up the flour, gets out any lumps. It just takes a moment. It'll make it a little easier to combine too. So this, as I said, is called Mother of Pearl fruitcake. So Ken, this was his grandmother Dorothy's recipe, who passed it down to her daughter Pearl, who was his mother, hence Mother of Pearl. And it's a great old recipe and very seasonal. Alrighty. And we're going to mix this to combine it. You could do this with your hands. I'm using a spoon today, but you could do it with your hands. Just give it a good mix. All right, now 3 eggs that I've beaten right in, and a teaspoon of vanilla. We're just going to stir this, combine it. Now, what I like about this recipe is this makes just enough batter to hold all these nuts and fruit together. It's not overly sweet. It's just so different. It does take maybe a little more effort than some other treats you might make, but I promise you it's worth it. Alrighty. But really, if this is the hardest part of it, whoops, just mixing it and not spilling it on your counter, then how hard is that really? All right. Alrighty, we're all combined. Now, this is going to go into a loaf pan that I have sprayed with cooking spray. If you want for extra insurance, you could line it with parchment, but I didn't. This is nonstick anyway, so I'll be brave. Right in. It's a very thick batter. And you're probably wondering, how is that going to hold together? But I promise you, it will. Okay. We'll just smooth it out a bit. Every little bit in there. Put all those cherries. Alrighty, now this is going to go into a 300-degree oven for 1 hour and 45 minutes. Low and slow cook. I'll be right back. Alrighty, now normally I would say, hey, it's been 1 hour and 45 minutes and I baked this off and here we are. But you know what? I baked this one earlier this morning. So while my second one bakes, we're going to taste this one. Now just take a look for a moment. It's crusty. The red cherries are like jewels. How Christmassy is that? So I'm just going to steal this piece right here. I'm going to break off a little bit. I'll eat it all later so no one will know. Let's give it a little taste. Wow, it's so good. It's so very good. It's not sticky like normal fruitcake. It's very nutty. There's just a hint of sweetness from the cherries and the dates. And it's lighter than normal fruitcake. Now, of course, a little eggnog since it's Christmas to wash it all down. That's good too. So that is our mother of pearl fruit and nut cake. Now, as always, I'm going to put this recipe up in the comment section of YouTube. And we love hearing from you on YouTube. We also love hearing from you on Facebook. So send us recipes, send us pictures. Let me know what you think of this fruitcake. I guarantee you, if you don't like fruitcake and you make this, you'll be a convert. All right. So I will see you all next Tuesday, 7 p.m. And we wish you all very happy holidays. Cheers.